Hello Falcons, Mr. Fleschner here, sending you a weekend welcome back to school. We are super excited to have all of our students starting with us on Monday. Our staff has been back starting on Tuesday, doing all kinds of things to make sure they are absolutely ready to go for Monday when your students rejoin us. A couple of thank yous to start with though. First, to our maintenance staff. Our buildings and grounds are in great shape. I know there's a lot of hustling, bustling going on to kind of finish up some last minute to-do items, but overall things look great and are ready to have your students back in our classrooms with us. And also, quick shout out to Kelly back behind the camera. He's taken on all kinds of extra things this summer to make sure we're ready to go. Now, summer's coming to a close, but we're not done yet, okay? So we've got lots of awesome weather and all those kind of things that are still going to take place. Couple logistic things that I do want to talk to you about really quickly here. Kind of big things and kind of important things, so kind of hopefully tune in and maybe share this with a neighbor. That'd be great. First one, we're going to start at the high school. We know over time we've heard from our patrons about possibly trying to add some extra handicap parking availability for events. We have great spectator support for our kids and all of our programs, and we want to keep that up and try to make this as easy as possible. So a little bit of a change. So the upper parking lot outside the fitness center, all those spaces have been marked handicap. There's a little bit of an asterisk though. During the school day, there will be spots that are marked for general parking. But at 4 p.m., those all move to handicap parking spaces. So we've opened up a considerable number of spaces for those folks that maybe need some preferential parking to get into those spaces. Now, I'm one that parks up there too, so I'm going to have to really work and remind myself at 4 o'clock that I need to move my vehicle to open up those spaces for everybody. Next one, Parkersburg Elementary. For those that have kind of been in and around this summer, we know we've got a large street project right around the elementary. Maybe not moving along quite as fast as we maybe had hoped this summer, so there's still going to be some work to do. So we are going to need your help, okay? Kelly's going to link in a map into this video somewhere. Mrs. Reed's going to be sending it out to parents to make sure they kind of see how this is going to work. So we're going to start with the buses first, okay? The buses are going to park on First Street, okay? So basically the one block up. We actually installed a new sidewalk this summer. That's going to be only bus parking. It's already marked off no parking. Okay, that's for buses only. They're going to drop students off, make the exchange to go back and forth to shuttle between Parkersburg and Applington, etc. Okay, so only buses on that street. And again, Kelly's going to link a map in kind of outlining that. Parent drop off. All right, you're going to work along the curve, okay, by the playground and drop off at that sidewalk. We cannot have you driving back in front of the school. There's not enough room and there's nowhere to go but a small parking lot if you get in there, okay? So parents, you're gonna drop off on that curve near the corner of that playground and the students will walk down the sidewalk to get to the school. Preschool parents, okay, preschool parents, you will be able to drive past the school and drop off at your normal spot. We're going to have you turn around. It's going to be a little congested, so we're going to kind of need everybody to kind of have their focus and driving skills turned on. All right, but to go back in front of the school, drop off at preschool, probably a little more typical. It's just going to be a little bit tight going back and forth. Okay, now something we all like to do, and it's a great thing to celebrate the first day of school, especially with our youngest learners. We are not going to have availability to drive down in front of the school, stop your vehicle, take a few minutes to take a picture and jump back in your vehicle. Unfortunately, there's just not enough room. It's too congested. So if you like a lot of those pictures, I hate to even ask, but if you can maybe take some of those pictures even this weekend before we get all the buses and cars and everyone else back in there, I would really, really appreciate that. I value that you can get those photos, but it's going to be next to impossible to try to pull this off right before school like we might in a more traditional way. Okay, or come back after school on Monday maybe and take some of those pictures. That'd be great. So again, Kelly's going to help us out with a video overlay. It's a little bit tricky to kind of work our way through. I think we've got a really good plan that's how we're going to start. If maybe it doesn't work as well as we hope, we'll retool it and send it back out to you. So buses on First, they're going to use the sidewalk to go down in. Parents, I need you to come in out of the east and drop off on the curve, and that your learners can walk in from there. Preschool, you can drive down through and drop off at the back door like you normally have. Again, questions, reach out to us, get a hold of Derek Harkin or myself. We'll make sure we try to answer all those for you. And just to let you know, we are so excited to have your students back in. And as always, go Falcons.